Hi everyone, this is Phil here, and today, as promised, I'm presenting the results of the poll about the Ddlc that I've made during the Comic-Con, and it pretty much went as I thought it would. But before, I'd like to talk about a few fun things about the Comic-Con that I didn't talk about earlier. So, here we go. Starting off, I had the opportunity to talk to a lot of sympathetic people, including a few shop owners. For example, I had the chance to share my knowledge about video game lore to some gaming shop employees. I discussed Final Fantasy VII, BioShock, that I discussed during my vlog, and also Hey You Pikachu on the N64, aka the worst Pokemon game ever made. For Final Fantasy VII, I talked about the relationship between Zack and Aeris and the difference that occurred in translation. In the English dub, it was pretty much said that they had a romantic relationship. I mean, the first thing he said to her after he came to was, "Am I dead? Are you an angel?" Before asking her if she would like to go on a date. And who could blame him? She's cute, and he fell from 20 stories? The first thing I would ask myself after that fall would also be, am I dead? The second employee I talked to was about the video game Hey You Pikachu, the same one I had made some purchases from. I'll show you what it was in a few seconds. I told him exactly what made this game the worst Pokemon game ever. Like, for example, the microphone is worthless. That one yellow microphone that was made with this game? Well, it was only used with this one game, what a waste of potential, am I right? What made this microphone worthless, besides of the fact that it was only used with this one game, was the fact that it was only made to register really high kids' voices. So if an adult, a teenager, or even some kids try to use it, the game literally won't register what you're saying, so try to tell Pikachu to do something in these conditions. But anyway, I've made a few purchases from that employee, and let me show you what it was. First of all, I bought The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. As you can see here, it's the golden version instead of the regular gray one. I only learned after I came back home and shared a picture of it on Facebook that it was actually a collector's edition, which means that it's rarer than the regular gray cartridge. But as a matter of fact, most Nintendo 64 cartridges were gray, so to find one that isn't of that color is kind of rare in itself. So the reason why I bought it in the first place was because I already had a golden Majora's Mask cartridge. As you can see here, it's the hologram version, so Link moves when we move the cartridge. So yeah, I thought it made a pretty great pair in my collection. I also got Pokemon Ruby for Game Boy Advance, complete in box. As you can see, I got the box, the game, and even the manual, all for a very good price. So we don't find that just about anywhere, so I'm really happy to have that. I also saw a lot of interesting arts, merchandise, cool cosplays, and did some pretty great activities. I'll add a short montage here. Anyways, let's get to the results. Yeah, I know, this sheet of paper has seen better days, but hey. As I said, it went pretty much as I thought it would since I have some preferences in anime girls, and it seems like a lot of people had them too. First off, in 4th place we have Natsuki with 4 votes. Quite fitting, eh? Also, Natsuki is that tsundere legal loli girl. Yeah, because that game follows the anime trope where everyone has that magical legal age of 18, no matter what the characters look like or what is said pretty much. Also, I don't like tsunderes. Louise from Familiar of Zero killed that for me. I wouldn't want an abusive girlfriend insulting me all the time. It's not like I like you, baka. So cringy. In third place we have Sayori with 5 votes. Personally, I don't mind the childhood friend trope. In fact, I find it kind of adorable. But in most animes, the childhood friend never wins. The only exception that comes to mind is Winry from Fullmetal Alchemist. But yeah, some may argue that she's the one that made the most sense to be with the protagonist. I mean, they've known each other for a very long time and they take care of each other. I think she's good. Our little cinnamon roll will always stay in our hearts. In second place, we have Yuri with 8 votes. Personally, I'd say she's my favorite. She's just so relatable, you know? She's shy, sweet, always considerate of others, and she likes books. Like a lot of people such as myself. Even the fact that she turned yandere after the alteration of the script didn't make me like her less. In fact, it might just be the opposite. I know I'm weird, but I like that kind of character like her, Yuno Gasai, and Yandere-chan from the video game Yandere Simulator. I find them fascinating. Fear? What is that? As long as she doesn't murder me to death, I'm cool with that. And finally, for the number 1 spot, we have Monica with 9 votes. Yeah, that was a pretty close one between her and Yuri. In fact, I thought Yuri would win because she had a head in the beginning. But anyways, I'd say she's my second favorite character, but she certainly is the most fascinating with a unique concept in this game. Her being sentient and knowing she's in a video game and all that. It's sad, really, knowing that you live in a virtual reality but not being able to do anything about it. It would drive anyone mad. So I don't really blame her for everything that she did with the whole deleting shenanigans and trapping us in a classroom in space. Or it could have been the cosmic emptiness for all we know. I have one question though. What was the protagonist doing during that part? I mean, he doesn't have a character file in the game's code, so this means that he must have been there. Monica even said, "I'm no longer talking to that you in the game." So this means that he was still in front of her. But he stopped responding to her surroundings since he never talks at this point of the game. On the other hand, if I did witness as many twisted events as he did, I also would have stopped talking or moving and just overall retreated into my head being like, kill me. But anyways, I agree with the results. It was a lot of fun to make this poll and all hail Monica, goddess of thick. What? That's still a less creepy nickname than Mommy Monica, like, ugh, who even came up with that? Anyways, peace out everyone.